Hunt the Front adds some key help for at least a few races anyway. We'll talk about that. Plus, this Kasey Kahne situation has taken new turns, and his unexpected change in plans suddenly makes a lot more sense. Let's go. It's Monday, January 27th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Get ready, race fans. The motorsports event of the season is here. Racing Xtravaganza happening this Friday, January 31st and Saturday, February 1st at the York Expo Center in York, Pennsylvania. This is more than just an event. It's where the racing world comes together to meet, compete, and evolve. Whether you're a driver, a fan, or you just love the thrill of motorsports, there's something here for everyone. From hundreds of race cars competing for the $1,000 Renewal by Anderson People's Choice Award to the $12,000 Babs Auto Paints Cornhole Challenge presented by Explore York, the stakes are high and the excitement is real. And don't miss the Front Runner Construction 2025 Racing Xtravaganza pageant, a fan favorite highlight of the show. Plus, check out the My Race Pass seminar room for expert sessions. Meet your favorite stars on the Sports Insurance Specialist main stage and let the kids enjoy free RC racing. Bring the whole family. Kids 10 and under are free. Parking is free, and military, veterans, seniors, and students get discounts at the door. And don't wait. You can save even more money by grabbing your discount tickets now at tickethouse.com. Lock in your spot for Central PA's can't miss racing tradition and be part of the action before the outdoor season kicks off. Racing Xtravaganza, January 31st, February 1st, York Expo Center. You can find the Racing Xtravaganza website and direct ticket house links below in the video description. That's a Monday in January, but don't worry, don't let that fool you. There will be big time late model racing tonight and actually also tomorrow. The Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series is getting in on the Speed Week action this year, slotting themselves into the schedule between the opening World of Outlaws Volusia weekend and Lucas at Alltech. They are at Needmore Speedway in Georgia the next two nights for $10,000 to win. Needmore sits a little north of Valdosta, Georgia. It's not far from quite a few of the other Speed Week's tracks. There should be a very strong group racing the next two nights. We saw a bunch of the possibilities on the track last night for open practice. Ryan Gustin, quick time overall with Brandon Overton and Drake Troutman, also fast. That was according to My Race Pass. Other names that participated included Ethan Dotson, Dennis Erb Jr., Kyle Bronson, and Cody Overton. We also know that Hudson O'Neal is racing Kevin Rumley's car, and the series posted to social media they expect Ricky Thornton Jr., Jimmy Owens, and Dalton Wilson to race. Flow Racing's Kyle McFadden also says that we could see Jonathan Davenport, who said his team was thinking about it. Ashton Winger was going to race. They are sitting out to regroup. And then McFadden said maybe Bobby Pierce after Volusia, but he doubted that would happen. For guys looking to experiment a bit, this could be a good chance for some laps, as there's obviously no points on the line. This isn't a series race with either Lucas or the Outlaws. After Tuesday night's action, there is open practice at Alltech on Wednesday, with racing for Lucas starting back up on Thursday. You can watch tonight over on Hunt the Front TV. As for Hunt the Front, kind of itself as a race team outside of the series, they've had some interesting developments here for their team. Besides bringing in some content help to lighten the load for Jonathan, they've also got some technical know-how in their corner for the next few races. Leading into this Needmore race, they've had longtime crew chief Talon Center at their shop in Florida, and he's helping them out at the track tonight and tomorrow. In a recent HTF video, they said if all goes to plan, they should be also racing later this week at Alltech with Lucas. Alltech is a place where we've seen Joseph run well in the past, with Lucas top 10s in 2024 and 2022. As for Talon Center, if you don't know who he is, he's an experienced crew chief who has worked for some of the top drivers in the sport in his career. And that goes back to Hudson O'Neal and Ricky Thornton Jr. at SSI Motorsports. Center and RTJ actually grew up together out in Arizona. In recent seasons, Center had been crew chief at the TriStar team, first with Ryan Gustin in the seat, and then last year with Cody Overton. Things with Overton, they were up and down in 2024, as you would expect with a rookie driver, but Center has plenty of big-time wins on his resume. With Jesse Endricken now not with Hunt the Front, Center being at the track will allow Joyner to really just focus on driving, I think, for the next few nights. For the Hunt the Front needs to hire a crew chief crowd, you're getting your wish, at least for a few races. No plans were talked about, though, here beyond Alltech, so we'll see how this plays out. Going back a few days, Kasey Kahne Racing showed off new car designs for both Brad Sweet and Kasey Kahne in advance of the high limit season that starts in March at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway dirt track. Sweet's Napa car will be mostly white, celebrating 100 years of Napa, and Kahne goes black with several different sponsors on the car, including some new and some old. And these are notable because Kahne's 9 car ran mostly blank for 2024 after losing sponsor Caravan Trailers in the preceding offseason. Caravan is owned by Scott Boyd, who's also a partner in SLS Promotions. SLS, obviously a big promoter of World of Outlaws sprint car events in the Midwest. It sounded like Kahne going high limit racing last year probably played a part in that deal going away. Curiously, though, the Caravan logo did re-emerge on Kahne's car at some point, kind of around May last year, from what I can tell. And that happened even with Boyd shifting a lot of his funding over to Carson Macedo and the JJR 41. That logo, it was small, but it was on the bodywork near the driver area, obviously present here that you can see in this photo. I bring all of this up because on Kahne's new wrap, Caravan is back in a bigger way with placements on both the wing sideboards and the top. So I guess some of these SLS World of Outlaws high limit tensions have maybe settled down just a little bit. The other sponsor addition is one I'd heard about a while back, and this plays directly into that curious kind of case of Kahne deciding to fall off high limit, but then later rejoining. If you might remember back a few months, crew chief Eric Prutzman was announced as switching from Brad Sweet's team to Kahne's, and this new pairing was going to run a lighter pick and choose schedule. Prutzman wanted to scale back on his own traveling, but Kahne wanted to keep him, so Prutzman would oversee the KKR operation as a whole and then handle Kahne's car when he wanted to race. But suddenly, right before Christmas, it was announced Kahne was back on the road full-time. I was told a few weeks ago that the addition of a new sponsor probably played a role here and that the sponsor was also tied to NASCAR. As part of the deal, Kahne would also return to do some pavement racing. I'd been sitting on this info because I was trying to figure out the pavement part, who Kahne would actually be racing with and where. But before I could put all the pieces together, the whole thing was announced. That'll teach me to move quicker in the future when I have solid rumors and good information. Anyways, this new sponsor, HendrickCars.com. Kahne obviously spent a significant portion of his career driving for Hendrick Motorsports. Hendrick Cars, also Kyle Larson's main sponsor, and they're backing Corey Day's move into pavement racing. But besides Hendrick Cars being on Kahne's sprint car, he'll also make an Xfinity Series start at Rockingham in an RCR car with Hendrick Cars and, yes, Caravan Trailers as sponsors. In my quest for information, I assumed this deal would come in a Hendrick-affiliated truck or Xfinity car or the like, which is where I went wrong. I didn't even have RCR on my radar. Quite the escalation, though, for Kahne in the span of just a few months, from not being full-time with High Limit to now having sponsors on board, a full High Limit run, and his first NASCAR appearance since 2018. Crew help was obviously an issue for Kahne a year ago, but with Prutzman and veteran crew guy Andrew Bowman back on board, that will be significantly stabilized. Kahne is still searching for his first career win with either the World of Outlaws or High Limit. His last sprint car win of any kind was in 2023 at a NOSA show at Huset's. Before that, it was 2016 in a weekly race at Lincoln. We'll shut it down right there for today. If you want more dirt racing content, make sure to follow Dirt Tracker across social media wherever you are. So is Dirt Tracker. Just search DIRTRACKR on your favorite platform. Hope you guys have a great Monday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.